Bulgogi Spaghetti. Bulgogi Spaghetti. Let's get to it. What's up everybody? Today we're going to be making bulgogi spaghetti. Bulgogi, it's Korean beef, sweet and salty, and it's amazing. You traditionally find it grilled in thin beef slices, but today I'm going to show you a dish that I grew up eating. My mom made this for me growing up. She knows how much I love pasta. She knows how much I love bulgogi. So she combined the two and the rest is history. The crazy thing is I haven't had this in at least 5 years, and I don't think I've ever made it myself. So today I'm taking it upon myself to make it with the cooking techniques I know. We're gonna combine two cuisines together. I love the idea of fusion food. Taking the best parts of two cuisines and combining them into something pretty freaking cool. We're combining Korean food with Italian food. So the way my mom made this was very Korean-like, so it was more of a stir-fry than a pasta. Today, I'm gonna challenge myself and make it more Italian-like. I'm gonna use more Italian cooking techniques, but I'm still gonna pretty much stick to Korean ingredients. The first thing I want to talk about is the sauce, and like I said, it's salty and sweet. I have 6 tablespoons of soy sauce, 6 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. So the ratio to remember is a 1:2 sugar to soy sauce ratio. So for every tablespoon of sugar, you're gonna have 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. That's where you start. Some like it more sweet than not. You can go all the way up to 1:1. So we're gonna start at half and work our way up. You're gonna taste as you go. The sesame oil adds more of a Korean flavor, and I'm only using 1 tablespoon. It's not a whole lot. In traditional bulgogi, there's quite a bit of sesame oil, but we are not going to use that much today because we want to give it more of an Italian spin. For meat, this is different because in my opinion, I think ground beef or ground meats tend to do better in pasta, or I prefer it like that. So we're using a ground beef today. And actually, I'm using Impossible meat because that's what I have. We don't need to have more cow farts blasting up into the atmosphere and destroying our planet. I'm gonna do something more sustainable with Impossible meat. This is better for my body. My body doesn't like it when I put cows in it, and I don't need to go into too much detail, huh? This is 12 ounces or 3/4 of a pound, but I would stick between the 3/4 of a pound to 1 pound. And then we got 1 pound of good quality spaghetti. You use the starch from the pasta water to create this nice velvety creamy texture without using any cheese. And speaking of cheese, I'm going to use very little of it, but I have Parmigiano Reggiano. In my opinion, it's worth spending up on real Parmigiano Reggiano and not using Parmesan you get in like the bottle. With any of my recipes, do what you want. It's your food. I'm not eating it, right? Honestly, I'm gonna use very little of this because the sauce is gonna be already very creamy from the pasta water. Today we are using olive oil, red pepper flake, just a tiny bit of heat. Then we have our vegetables. I have an onion. We'll use about half of it, 4 cloves of garlic, 4 baby bella mushrooms. I tried to find shiitake, but I couldn't find any in the grocery store. I would go that route, but any type of mushroom will work. 3 sticks of green onion. That's pretty much all the ingredients. Let's get started. Let's make the bulgogi sauce. Pour in the sesame oil and about half of the brown sugar into the soy sauce and whisk well to combine. Give it a taste for sweetness, and to me this needed a lot more, so I poured the rest of the sugar in, gave it one last mixy mix, and it was perfect. The sauce is done. Set this aside for later. Next, prep the vegetables. We're going to start off with the green onions, thinly slice them, and then place them directly into the pan that we're going to cook with. Continue with the rest and reserve some for garnish. Next, remove the stems from the mushrooms and thinly slice, place aside for later. Smack the crap out of some garlic, and then finally mince. Again, we're going to place this directly into the pan with the green onions. Next is the onion. Cut off the ends, cut in half, and thinly slice into onion slices. And then we're going to take a step back because we are definitely not crying from the onions. Let's get our water ready. We're going to salt this heavily so it tastes like the sea. Put the heat on high. And the reason why we're using a saute pan is because less water equals more starch, which is what we want for this sauce. Definitely use a pot if you don't have a saute pan. Put the pan with green onion and garlic on medium-high heat with a splash of oil. We don't want to use too much because there's already sesame oil in the sauce. Bring it up to heat and let the flavors infuse. Once it's gotten to this point, add some red chili flakes, give it a quick toss, and then scrape everything to the side to make room for the meat of choice. Add just a sprinkle of salt and then mash it with your wooden spoon. Let the meat sit for about 2 minutes to develop a slight sear. Then mix and break up some of the larger chunks. Pour in the bulgogi sauce and mix well to combine. Then add the onions and mushrooms. This will seem like a lot, but keep cooking until the onions and mushrooms cook down. Add a couple cranks of black pepper and mix well while breaking up the meat even further. Keep cooking until the liquid reduces down, about 4 minutes. Taste for seasoning and adjust with salt if necessary. This is what the bulgogi mixture should look like. Reduce the heat to low and you can stop here and eat over rice at this point if you want, or in my case a taco. Oh man, the pasta. No, Hungry Panda, we're still making pasta. Drop the pasta into the water once it comes to a boil, making sure to splash everywhere. We're going to cook 2 minutes shy of al dente. Check your cooking directions. In my case, we'll do 8 minutes. While the pasta is cooking, drop a couple ladles of water into the bulgogi mixture and stir well to emulsify and thicken the sauce. It should look like this. Once your timer is up, add the spaghetti directly into the pan. Add 2 ladles of pasta water and increase the heat to medium-high. We're going to cook the last 2 minutes with everything combined. Mix everything well and keep it moving so the pasta cooks through. Add pasta water as needed. We want there to be enough liquid to thoroughly cook the pasta. And the best way to check for doneness is by tasting it. Oh my god. Give everything one last mix and we are done. Now if you want to be fancy, twirl the pasta by using a carving fork. Just don't be a dummy and use your bare hands like me, it's definitely still hot. Scoop up some of the bulgogi mixture on top, optional garnish with Parmigiano Reggiano, green onion, and sesame seeds. Your bulgogi spaghetti is now ready for maximum consumption. Oh, I'm so ready! I haven't eaten since 10 in the morning. It is 6:26. Holy crap, I'm ready to feast. Look at that. Oh, here we go, baby. Let's get a lot of nudes on here. Oh yeah, holy yes. All right, here we go. I can't even talk right now. Ooh, that's good. The sweetness, the saltiness, and then it got so creamy. I can't even talk right now. Oh man, that was so worth it. It was a crazy day at work. I've been tired all day. This is my version of comfort food. I need a lot more than that. Oh, let's talk like turkeys. Okay, I need to set this aside before I do something I regret. That's it, bulgogi spaghetti. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you so much. I think I like my version better. Thanks again for watching. I was blown away by the support on my first video. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I feel like it's a very unique recipe. I hope you learned something new. Let me know what other recipes you all would like to see. 감사합니다. Thank you. 사랑해요. I love you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Do whatever you want. It's your life. Thank you. Yeah.